Hi, my name is Cappi, and when given the topics to choose from, I picked synesthesia. So, what is synesthesia? Synesthesia comes from the Greek word synth, which means together, and the word aesthesia, which means perception. Synesthesia is the definition for synesthesia is a neurological condition in which stimulation of one sensory cognitive pathway leads to automatic involuntary experience of a second sense. In simpler words, this means that you experience different senses at the same time. So, people claim to hear while they're eating, stuff like that. Here's some examples of synesthesia. When there's a red wall and people see, or a yellow wall, or really just any color, for that color they might experience a certain sound. When they see a red wall, they might experience a different sound, or a yellow wall, they'll claim to hear the color yellow. That's hard for me to describe or to think of because I don't have it. When people have synesthesia when they're eating, they claim to taste the shape of the object that they're eating. Here's some facts about synesthesia. It's extremely rare. Only 2 to 4% of people have it. It's rarer than 1 in 20,000. People who have it are either born with it or develop it in early childhood. People who have synesthesia describe having an extra dimension. It's like having a 3D art project, but with your senses. People with synesthesia claim to have great memory. I read somewhere that they remember numbers really well, better than people who don't have it. What causes synesthesia? Today it's unknown. Some doctors think everyone has it, but a majority of people grow out of it at a young age. Some doctors think everyone has it, but some are more severe than others. They think people who are diagnosed with synesthesia just have it really bad. And if you're not diagnosed with synesthesia, it just must not be that bad. Today there's no cure for it, but most people actually enjoy having multiple senses at a time. Some people are embarrassed or ashamed of it, but they really shouldn't be because it's nothing that we can really control. So, testing for synesthesia. Really, there's some you go to a doctor and get it tested. There's an online test, and they recommend asking yourself a few questions if you think you have it. So here's a couple of those questions. When you envision the letter A, does your mind assign a certain color or letter to it? Is there any music that you assign colors to? When I was reading about this, they recommend you put classical music on, and a song that you didn't know, and if your mind assigned a certain color to that song, or a letter, or a number, then you might have synesthesia. There's actually a couple famous people who have synesthesia. Pharrell Williams and Kanye West were diagnosed with it. And it's rumored that Vincent Van Gogh actually had synesthesia as well. So, why did I choose the topic? The reason I chose the topic is because it shows how we all see the world a little differently. There's other things in synesthesia, but synesthesia really pronounces how other people see the world differently, because you're seeing multiple senses at the same time. People who have different disorders or difficult learning capabilities, they don't see the world in with multiple senses, but people with synesthesia do. And I found it very interesting. I found it very interesting that people experience taste and smell at the same time, or hearing and taste at the same time. I found that very interesting. That's my presentation. Thank you for listening. I really enjoyed learning about it.